So we're seeing the conclusion of the gym teacher, Mr. Murakami's fight here, because he's straight up being defeated in this chapter by like a combination of all the characters here, I suppose. So we saw that he was luring Miss Adachi to his apartment in an attempt to, you know, do lewd stuff to her in exchange for him paying for like her mom's medical bills. And he also reveals how he has so much money in this chapter. It turns out that he trades stocks, because I was questioning that the last couple chapters because of like his nice apartment and the ability for him to pay for the medical payments. It's like, why is he still a gym teacher if he's such a successful trader? But I guess it doesn't matter. Anyway, he's about to, you know, do some bad stuff to Adachi until we see her yokai ability appear behind him, like the kung fu guys. And she says, "Not yet. I'll keep him busy for as long as possible. We don't know Murakami's power, so when he drops his guard, only then do you all." And then suddenly we see all these flies appear. So this is interesting. Miss Adachi didn't know that Murakami had the headless dribbler power, but she did know that he had a yokai power. And I'll get a little more into this after we get past this next sequence. So all of these flies that we see were actually summoned by Yukishiro in the previous chapter, because it was revealed that she does have like an innate paranormal ability when she plays the piano. And we saw that it like allows her to control flies at least, but it's just not that. It's actually all small living things. And the name of this ability is Lord of the Flies. And I guess this is in reference to Beelzebub or Satan, because he is also known as Lord of the Flies in Christianity. So she's able to summon these flies almost subconsciously, I guess, to find where Murakami is, which he was in like his high-rise apartment, and they're all just swarming him. And he's like, they're getting into every possible opening. And Miss Adachi uses this as an opportunity to steal Murakami's power, which is apparently what her real motive was for coming here. We knew that Miss Adachi was a part of the Kazuka knife scheme, but I didn't know that she was coming after Murakami to take his power as well. And it just makes me wonder, like, so was Murakami not contracted by Saint Germain to steal other powers with the Kazuka knife? I mean, he has to be. And he had to have gained the severed head dribbler powers from a Kazuka knife. So I'm assuming that this is one of two things. Either for some reason Murakami isn't involved in this and he just randomly has the severed head dribbler yokai power, and he's just coincidentally using this power in tandem with blackmailing the students with their pictures, or Saint Germain pit his Kazuka knife team against each other. Like, he gives them the powers to recruit other powers that he didn't already have, and then he has his Kazuka knife minions take the powers from the others, so that's an easy way of getting them back. You know, like getting a group of assassins to kill one target and then having the assassins kill themselves, or something like that. I don't know, let me know in the comments. But as these flies are swarming Murakami, Adachi uses this as an opportunity to make him submit and cut himself with the Kazuka knife, because that's like the condition for it to take the powers of the yokais. And he does this because he essentially has to. He's gonna pretty much die if he doesn't. And as she takes his power, it's revealed, of course, to be the severed head dribbler, as we suspected this whole time. I mean, it kind of had to be, right? But she winds up taking it, and she uses her own yokai power, these kung fu zombie guys, to help clear the flies from him, but they ultimately wind up like transporting him back to the gym. I guess this is what Yukishiro ultimately wanted. And when we come back, we see that the severed head dribblers are gone, of course, because Adachi took the power from him. So now that Murakami is back in the gym, we see that Rin, Aira, and Yukishiro are there as well, and now he's just a sitting duck, and he's finally going to get his comeuppance for all of the terrible things he's been doing. And of course, he's trying to play it off, acting like he's none the wiser of what's going on. He's like, oh, I guess I was just randomly transported here. I guess mysterious phenomena really do happen. And obviously the group knows that he's BSing them. And Ira just kicks him right in the face. He's like, all right, the pictures of Yukishiro, right? I'll delete them all, no problem. If we make too big a deal out of this, so we could just drop it then, right? If we make too big a deal out of this, it won't look good for either of you, will it? I mean, those dirty pictures. And then Ira's like, nah, you've got it all wrong. What we want to hear is more along the lines of, I'll be off to the pig pen now. Like, I guess because, you know, he's a pig, but also jail. And she winds up kicking him again in the final panel of the chapter, I guess ultimately defeating him here and hopefully sending him off to prison because, you know, he's did a lot of despicable illegal things. So yeah, that is the end of the Mr. Murakami severed head dribbler fight. Now, as for what's going to happen with Miss Adachi, not really sure. She seems to be built up as somewhat of an innocent. I mean, she's not really innocent because she's like taking on Saint Germain's Kuzuka knife stealing scheme thing, but it probably has something to do with her sick mother, if that's even really a thing. She's not just lying about that. But she was trying to help Murakami from the flies. Like, she didn't want him to just straight up die, so she is somewhat of a redeemable character here. Now, after this, I assume we're going to be going over to Okarun and Sakata taking on Masa and the female Kerr member in her new suit who previously had the Xenomorph suit. I think this might be the first fight where Okarun doesn't have his powers, right? I mean, I could be wrong, but Turbo Granny left him and she's like MIA at the moment. I mean, she's probably going to come back. It's possible that she's trying to investigate what's going on with Saint Germain since she somehow knew of him. But I'm assuming this is going to be an uphill battle for Okarun going against Masa, of course. And then there's going to be Sakata taking on the female Kerr member because he actually has like that nanotech stuff. So he can actually fight against somebody that powerful. But first, given my demo, I'm sure there's a lot of aspiring programmers out there. Well, you're in luck because today's sponsor, Boot.dev, can help you with that. With Boot.dev, you can learn back-end web development from start to finish in the Python and Go programming languages. Because the smartest way to learn code is to make sure you're never bored so that you can, actually stick with it long enough to reach your goals. Because you can't learn to code without actually writing a lot of code and building real projects. With Boot.dev, you'll earn XP, levels, achievements, and complete quests to get a top spot on the global leaderboard. All the content is free to read and watch in guest mode, but a paid membership unlocks all the interactive features like hands-on coding, AI assistance, progress tracking, and game elements. Programmers have an amazing earning potential. According to Stack Overflow, the median salary for back-end developers in the US in 2023 was over $100,000. So guys, go to boot.dev and use my code Zhoniin to get 25% off your entire first year if you choose the annual plan. Thanks, guys. So that's going to be pretty exciting, right? Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. And if you liked the video, please give it a like and please subscribe if you haven't already. Have a great day and I'll see you in the next one.